I was a writer, and I always wrote a lot about food and lifestyle and women's issues. And I kept meeting women who were really interested in jam canning or knitting or something like that. And I began to see that for them it was often part of a larger lifestyle phenomenon. And I began to see a lot of this stuff as really interconnected. I would define new domesticity as the re-embrace of a lot of old-fashioned domestic stuff by people who have the means and the ability to reject that if they wanted to. Well, in my book I write about sort of different categories of people that are involved in new domesticity. I write about crafters, people that are, knitting and making things and often selling things, on Etsy and other venues. I write about people that are very involved in the new food movement, people who are cooking from scratch, people who are gardening, people who are even, raising their own chickens. A lot of sort of new trends in parenting, sort of very hands-on, very intensive methods of parenting, attachment parenting and the like, which I see as interconnected. And I talk about people that are actually doing what they call homesteading or neo-homesteading, people that are really trying to live off the land and be almost entirely self-sufficient. I think that women and many men are flocking to these sort of antiquated lifestyles because they're unhappy with a lot of elements of modern life. They're unhappy, very rightly with the economy. They're unhappy with the environment and sort of the consumerism of the 21st century. They're unhappy with what they see as very sped up lifestyles and too much technology. And they're looking, with rose-colored glasses towards the past. A lot of the people I talk to really put a lot of stock in the idea that they personally could heal the environment and the food system and produce, better children and really a better world by what they did inside their home. And I think that obviously what you do inside your home is extremely important, but putting too much emphasis on it can be very short-sighted and can ignore the larger world that we're part of, that we need to look towards if we're going to actually solve these things as, as a community.